So it's not even 5 o'clock, and it's already getting dark out. Fuck this. And it's like 45 degrees, too. And here I thought I escaped all the crappy weather in Illinois. I mean, it's not too bad, but still, it's like, God. Oh well. And it's also starting to rain, which has bit me in the butt pretty badly. Well, what happened was, 2 weeks ago, my bike got rained on really badly. I put it underneath the tarp, and I was thinking the tarp would stay on, but the tarp like blew off perfectly. And so this bike got rained on for like several hours at a very high rate of rain. It was charging at the time, and the charger exploded basically. There's a bunch of like charred components in the inside, so that was fried. Evidently, this toolbox is not very watertight because the handle is indented there, and underneath there are a bunch of holes. So basically anything that comes in here drains directly into the battery. Inside the battery box I have the batteries housed in foam, and the foam acts like a giant sponge. Well, whenever I realized my mistake in that I had a soaked bike, I went ahead and rode it to work because it's a DC system. Even if all of this is wet, as long as it's not salt water, if it's just regular water that's not very conductive, it's fine. It can ride. And so it went fine. But then when I got to work, I took the batteries out to let it dry out, and pretty much whenever I squished the foam to get the batteries out, just a bunch of water spilled out onto the ground. It was pretty bad. So in the end, I had to spend about 3 days drying it out. And I had to basically disassemble the battery packs, take all the covers off of them, and hair them out with a hair dryer. Or no, a heat gun, I mean. Thankfully now it's pretty much back to what it should be, though. The batteries are pretty rusted up, but a little rust won't be too bad. Well, a few days after I was getting the cells pretty much clean, pretty much all dried up, when I almost had it all dried up, I went ahead and ordered this, and it came in a few days later. It is a 2.5 amp 48 volt charger, and it works great. It works just the same as before. I may think about upgrading to like a 6 amp charger. That would go a lot faster. But oh well. My BMS is still fine, so that's good. Everything that came with the motor kit is still fine, so that's good too. Well then, last week I had a really bad puncture in my tire, and I was hoping the patch that I put on it would last until today, but it didn't. So I ended up stopping by Target and getting 2 extra tubes. I put 1 tube in there, so I have 1 extra tube and 1 extra tire now. Well, here's that tire, and I think I'm going to put it on the front, because the front tire has gone about 4,000 miles. I know this bike's supposed to be temporary, but the trike thing's not really coming around, you know, and I don't think I'm going to trust that trike, really. I think I'm just going to have to go buy another trike. Whoa, shit. If this fucking umbrella whacks me in the head again, I'm going to rip it to fucking shreds. Yeah, this thing keeps falling over. Whatever. Anyway, so yeah, this bike was going to be temporary, but it's kind of become something I'm using a lot longer. Going 1,000 miles on an $80 bike isn't too bad, but it makes me worry about how will it fail next, you know? Well, anyway, so I've gone about 4,000 miles. Fucking cable. Well, anyway, so I've gone about 4,000 miles on this wheel, because I've had this wheel on the front hub motor for, well, since I got the hub motor, but I had it on the trike and now the bike, and it's starting to show some threads. So I say, let's pop it off and put that other tire on there. And I'll probably just put the same tube on there, because if the tube's working, it's probably still fine. Now, thankfully, due to this design, you know, I kind of wish I had gotten the bike rack that went down to the axle. That way this thing doesn't move up and down as much. But to be honest, because it doesn't have those arms coming down, that means that I just unhook the wires and undo the seat, and all the electrical bits and heavy bits can come off. So I said, let's take that off, flip the bike upside down, take the front wheel off, and change the front tire. Well, this sure is weird. Looks like it got folded up inside there. Like so. I've never seen that happen before. Don't know if I should trust it or not. I mean, it feels trustworthy, but it's weird. I think this bike pump's getting a bit worn out. But yeah, I think 55 psi would be pretty good since this says 40 to 65. So that should be it for a couple more thousand miles. Release the front wheel, because the front wheel seems to actually be working flawlessly, so that's good. It's everything else that's been giving issues. And this wheel, or this tire, is just so weird. Definitely worn it down a lot because it's really thin in the middle. I can bend it really easily. And there's some of the threads you can see. Definitely wearing it down. And this tire is really stiff too. It's like plastic. That may be one reason why it lasted so long. Really hard rubber. Whereas opposed to these ones probably wouldn't last very long at all because they're soft rubber. Oh, that was the other thing that I had to go wrong. So I accidentally left that on, and I came out to go charge the bike, and I found it flipped upside down with the motor spinning full blast and skid marks all over the ground. And then, so yeah, it was just running without this being depressed. It was just like that and running full speed. So then I cycled it. I undid the battery and hooked it back up, and then it wouldn't detect any motion on that. So I took it apart, and I found two things. One, a wire had broken loose in there because there's terrible soldering, and two, this is controlled by a magnet moving forward, towards and away from a Hall effect sensor, which doesn't make me very happy, because what if I'm holding a magnet right here? That would fuck that all up. I was kind of hoping it'd be like a potentiometer, but oh well. At least it does have two magnets that move in and out, so I don't know. But yeah, one of the wires was broken, and so whenever that wire is broken, the internal computer didn't recognize a fault, because I believe there's a little microcontroller inside here, but it didn't recognize that as an issue until I reset it. So I'm thinking what happened was that wire broke connection and then it shot off, just full blast. So that doesn't fill me with much hope. And I found that whenever I was trying to restart that one wire, two of the other wires just fell off, so it was horrible soldering. So I soldered it back up and put some heat shrink tubing over it and stuff like that. So it's all good now. But then it's like, well, what atrocities lurk inside there or inside there, you know? I mean, it's probably not much worse than what's inside here, but at least I know what's inside here. And I made everything that's inside here, not inside there. Well, I didn't make everything. I assembled most of it. I had a good look at everything as it was being assembled, so I know what's in there. Ah, well. Well, that's pretty much it. I've been keeping the bike now in the little shed that we have. The one that I cleaned up when I first got here a while back. And so, yeah. I think kind of a pain in the butt to move it over to the shed, but oh well. One good thing is that in the shed, I can charge it. Oh, and this one's a lot quieter too. Before it had like the normal PC fan sound like woo, but this one has the like just, you can't really hear it, it's like a laptop fan. Well, that's pretty much it. Just a little update on my bike. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching. See ya!